What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dead on Dave. Welcome back to the channel. Lot of videos lately, eh? We've been throwing a lot of stuff up there. I'm really excited about it. Been doing really good things. It's been a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the 3-part video I did yesterday, getting everybody in the communities, as well, everyone I can get in contact with. A few people did get left out, but they couldn't make the time. They couldn't make the time. So I did what I could. Pretty cool stuff. I got a lot of really interesting predictions and memories, and we had a lot of fun. I wanted it to be different. I was trying to make one long show, but I had a lot of problems in editing, and so I ended up having to cut it the way I did. I still think it was really cool. If you have not seen all 3 parts, make sure you watch all 3, and especially part 3, just for the entertainment factor of seeing Tommy's rant, and then of course Joe Cronin's just insanity. You can watch him and his out of control facial hair just be Joe Cronin. My God. Thanks to everybody involved. It was so much fun. It was a blast. I hope to do more things like that. If you want to be involved and you want to get in touch with me on Skype, just hit me up on Skype. David Vancura, DAVIDVANCURA. Real simple. Can't change it to Dead on Dave, so hey, you got my name, motherfucker. So there you go. David Vancura on Skype. Just hit me up. And if I see you on, I might hit you up. I might get you and call you in. Who knows? Never know. That's the fun of this channel, because you just never know. So there's all of that. Make sure you watch those videos. Share them around. Put them on Tumblr. Put them on Reddit. I can't put them on Reddit because I get hit for self-promotion. So throw it on Reddit for me. Throw it on Tumblr. Do all that stuff. Help me grow this channel, because without you, this thing just simply does not go. So I appreciate everything that you guys do and all the involvement that you have with the channel. It makes it a lot of fun to do this every day. Also, Creators Corner, brand new Creators Corner with a really unbelievably talented Sal Medico. I may have completely messed up his name right now, but he is phenomenal. He's a great graphic designer. Make sure you check him out. Check out this interview on Creators Corner. It is really awesome. This guy has worked. He's done graphic designs for Marvel. I don't know what that beep was, but he's done graphic designs for Marvel. He's done graphic designs for Everlast, the apparel company, you know, the sports equipment. And many more. We talk about it. It's really cool. I wish I would have went longer with him, because he had a lot of really cool stories to tell. This guy is revolutionizing the poster industry. He does these 3D images that are absolutely amazing, and you've got to check this guy out, because this dude is going to be a big name in the graphic design world in the next 10 years. He's already had a hell of a career, but I see nothing but big things for him. So make sure you check that out, because it's really interesting. For today, your daily focus. Thought we're going to change things up a little bit. The NXT review is happening. We are doing the NXT review, but now NXT has moved to Wednesdays, where Lucha Underground also resides. So I said to myself, how can I take advantage of this? Well, what do I love? I love beatdowns. I love conflicts. I love battles. So we're going to have a review battle right here every single Thursday. NXT versus Lucha Underground. And that's what we're going to do right now. So let's get right to it. Let's start. I'm going to basically jump from each program to each program. I'm going to compare them to each other. And honestly, I'm going to go, look, this is how I'm going to be. I'm going to be very fair. I'm going to be unbiased. I watch all wrestling. I'm not just a WWE guy. I'm not going to sit here and try to deny that WWE is my favorite, because obviously it is. For all of its faults, it's still the best thing going. Plain and fucking simple. It's got the complete package. Yeah, does New Japan and Ring of Honor have better matches sometimes? Sure. Sometimes they absolutely do. But WWE is able to encompass everything into one. We have good production value, some decent promos, sometimes very intriguing storylines, and a lot of the times, especially recently, really good in-ring action. And where it's most highlighted is down in NXT. So, but all of that being said, I'm gonna be fair to everything, and Lucha deserves a fair shake. I've tried to watch it. I've watched it in the past, and I'm gonna give it as fair a shake as humanly possible. That's the guy I am. So I watched, and I basically regretted it from the second I turned it on. Look, if this is what you guys want out of an entertainment program, a wrestling, because look, Lucha is arguably more sports entertainment than WWE. They got a lot of sports entertainment and then a whole bunch of big spots. The wrestling is not very good, and the production value is horrible. Vampiro is a great announcer, but Matt Stryker kills the action. Absolutely destroys it more often than not. I'm going to go through it a little bit. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about, but you look at the opening matchup. It's a couple of gangsters. And honestly, I don't know everyone's name yet. I hear you want me if you want me to be giving everyone's names, I can do that. First match is Cortez Castro and Mr. Cisco, Jesus Christ, versus Pimpinella Escalarda and Mascarita Sangrada. Okay, if you don't know who these two are, these two Mexican gangsters are fighting. One is about a 55-year-old, and I'm not exaggerating, 55-year-old tranny in a fucking ridiculous outfit that this person cannot work. This guy cannot work. Everything, any cool spot, every head scissor takeover, it's so slow, his buildup. And he has to have, complete grip on anybody to, stabilize him. This is a 55-year-old tranny, okay? And you know who he was partnered with? A fun-sized wrestler. Yes, a fun-sized wrestler, because apparently midget's a bad word. Midget wrestling, which I love, by the way, midgets are a bad word. So a fun-sized wrestler. Yes, a fun-sized wrestler. That's right. What just happened? Midget, you just got daved in the face, and now you're fun-sized. Fun-sized wrestler. So you have a fun-sized wrestler and a 55-year-old tranny. It was horrible. It was this is insulting. I understand it's the Lucha. I have deep appreciation and deep background in Mexican events. I've been to Mexico. I've watched true to form Lucha Libre wrestling. I've seen it, okay? I've been there. It's been awesome. This is not that. This is some aspects and then combined with a whole lot of shit. A whole lot of shit. So if that's what you want to see, that's completely on you. But don't come to forums and try to say that this is anywhere in the same ballpark with anything else on TV. And I know some of you have kind of come at me, well, they're new, Dave. They're new. Kind of. They're kind of new. These are wrestlers who have been around for a long time, and they have existed in one form or another, AAA wrestling, by the way, for a very long friggin' time. Okay, they're not that new. And now they've been on TV long enough to where that you should start seeing some improvement in the product, and we're simply not. In fact, we're seeing a regression. Now, you can debate that with me if you like. Just watch it. Watch it without fucking your WWE hatred, because this is what happens. A lot of you go on and you have such hatred for the product of WWE, you just I gotta see something better. Look at this. It's a tranny and a midget. If a tranny and a midget, a tranny and a fun-sized wrestler came on WWE programming, oh my God. You guys would be blowing me up right now, being like, what the hell, look at this. I'm sure a bunny would work down in Lucha. If a bunny was down in Lucha, you guys would be like, oh, the bunny is awesome. Look at he's down in Lucha. Lucha's so captivating. And look how they push the envelope. No, stop. Stop, because you're hurting the product. You're hurting it. You're killing it. You're stabbing it with stupid. Yes, stupid. I had to say it like that. It was important. Not stupidity. Stupid. You're stabbing it with stupid. I don't know what to say. It's just my mind. It boggles. And I want to slap myself with a fish. I don't know why. It probably wouldn't hurt that bad. Well, no, a fish would hurt. The point is, don't sit here and tell me that a 55-year-old tranny, I can't even say it, a 55-year-old tranny and a fun-sized wrestler is better than what we got going on in WWE. And now I'm sure you're saying, oh, but there was more. There was more. You're right, there was more on Lucha. You had a very out-of-shape and not good-looking Ezekiel Jackson, who goes by the name of Big Rick down there, who's basically taking a face turn, and he's one of the more emphasized wrestlers. Look, Ezekiel Jackson did not work in WWE, and he doesn't work in Lucha. This guy is not a good wrestler. He has a weird look. It looks like he has bowling balls over himself. He's like, here, Doc, here's what I need you to do. I need you to cut my skin open and stick a fucking bowling ball right here, and then right here, and then right here and here. And I'll look awesome. No! He's not Scott Steiner. He's not a black Scott Steiner. And I'll tell you why he's not. For one, Scott Steiner, while ridiculously looking himself with those muscles, it all looked proper and proportionate. And people forget this because of how fucking whacked Scott Steiner is. Scott Steiner was a hell of a wrestler at one point. That dude was a suplex machine. People forget how good he was. I haven't seen anything out of Ezekiel Jackson that shows me that that he's a top flight superstar. Just nothing. And people want to fucking vilify Ryback and some of the bigger guys in WWE and in pro wrestling in general, because now we're at this stage in wrestling where there's just a hatred for bigger guys. It's the smaller guys that are important, which I like smaller guys, I like bigger guys. It's all good. That all these guys, Ryback's bad, but Lucha gets a black huge guy in Big Rick, and he's supposed to be this awesome monster. No, stop. You're hurting the product again. You're stabbing it with stupid. Stop it. Big Rick is not good. He's never been good. He'll never be good. He doesn't have anything there. This guy's been in the industry for a long time, and he's still green as fuck. You can't be wrestling for 6, 7, 8 years and still be green. You can't do it. And that's what this guy is. So you want to fucking try and tell me that there is something else going on, that's fine. I don't know. Pentagon versus Superfly was not so bad. It was a pretty decent matchup. As far probably the best matchup on the card. That was the next match. And then we go back to stupidity. Oh, look how good Lucha is. They're doing intergender matches. Sexy Star versus El Mariachi Loco. No, it looks stupid. It looks stupid and not fucking convincing. It just does. It just doesn't look convincing. And Sexy Star beats everybody. She's just able to beat everybody? No, stop stabbing stupid. Stabbing with the stupid. This is not good, guys. This is not good. I can't sit here and try. I can buy into a lot of shit. Hell, I can buy into a bunny sometimes. I can buy into a lot of shit. You've seen me defend a lot of things. The match isn't good. If it was a good intergender match, okay. If there was an interesting aspect to it that I cared about, okay, I'd be all in for it. But no, not this. The last Luchador standing match with King Guerrero and Drago, that was a pretty good match. That wasn't bad. There's some good wrestling. The problem is it's not sustained wrestling. There's these long periods it's not that fucking fascinating, It's just not. And what happens is, I know I meant to be going back and forth between NXT and Lucha, but I really just want to get Lucha out of my system. I want to get him out of here, and I'll go to NXT next. And the commentary is so bad, it steps on the action, which WWE and others are guilty for it too, except down at NXT. But I got to talk about that too, because I do have a problem with one announcer down at NXT now. There's all of this stuff. I just don't know. I cannot fully buy into it. And then, the once again, the super emphasis on Chavo Guerrero. Like, he's supposed to be this giant star. Where's Prince Puma? Look, Prince Puma and Johnny Mundo. Those are your guys that you should be emphasizing. Not fucking Chavo Guerrero. Just no. He's not Eddie. He's not Eddie. He's not Eddie, okay? He'll never be Eddie. He never was Eddie. Chavo's a mechanic. He's a competent worker, but not much more than that. Just how it is. Sorry. And now they're teasing their next big move. We're gonna bring in a guy who can compete with Chavo Guerrero. Yeah, you know who it is? It's El Patron. Yeah, oh, you don't know who that is? I'm sorry. It's Alberto Del fucking Rio, okay? And by the way, while I'm on it, El Patron is the worst name in the history of wrestling. There's never been a name worse than El Patron. That is the fucking worst name I've ever heard in my life. But you know what? It fits. It fits Alberto because you have to be drunk to fucking enjoy this guy. He's boring as fucking dishwater. Yes, he can work. There's no question he can work. But he's so mechanical. He's not a fluid wrestler. And look, he once was. The fact is, he's older. He's in his late 30s. He is not what he was 10 years ago when he was having great matches with Mystico and all these guys down in AAA. He was once capable. There's no question. He was this masked wrestler down there, and he was fantastic. I've seen him live in Mexico. He's fucking great. Okay? But not anymore. Not anymore. He's not. He's boring. He's boring, and he's not an MMA fighter, but he thinks he is. It's fucking bizarre, and I can't deal with this guy. And he's going to be the guy to save fucking Lucha? No, he's going to be the guy to elevate Lucha? No, TNA thought the same thing. They were like, hey, we got Christian Cage. We got Christian. Yeah. That's what this move is to me. It's not as big as when TNA got Kurt, which didn't work for TNA either, by the way. This is like very similar to when Christian went to TNA. Christian was not appreciated in WWE. He was never going to get his full due. So he leaves and go to somewhere where he'll be appreciated and elevated. He'll go to TNA. You ever stop to think maybe there's a reason why Christian was not elevated to the top spot in WWE back then before he left? It's because he wasn't that fucking good. He's good. He's not that good. Christian's not a Hall of Famer. Edge and Christian together as a tag team are. Christian should not go in the Hall of Fame on his own. Plain and simple. I like Christian. I enjoy him. But he is not a Hall of Famer on his own. He's only a Hall of Famer with Edge. Plain and simple. This is the exact same type of move, though. Alberto Del Rio goes to fucking Lucha, and that's supposed to be a big deal. No, stop, stab, it's stupid. No. Oh, don't worry, because Ray will be right behind him. Ray's coming soon, and Ray and him are going to tear down the house. No, Ray's like 40. He's old as fuck, too. And he's broken. You breathe on him, he breaks. He tears his knees. And by the way, that's not a new thing. He had his first knee surgery when he was 19. This guy, he can't stay healthy. He's never been able to stay healthy. He never will stay healthy. Let's stop saying that there is something here within Lucha when there's simply not. I'll continue to review it, and if I see good stuff, and I've seen some good stuff in this episode, and I called it out. There were some decent wrestling spots, but nothing that made me go, I have got to watch this every single week. There's more negative than positive. And if you have a good argument to combat with, then come at me, because this is ridiculous. And I'm done. I'm done with that. I will watch Lucha every single week, and I will continue to review, and hopefully I will get some things to keep me interested in watching all the time. Okay? NXT. It's direct competitor now. Both 1-hour shows on fucking Wednesday night. This is the compare. These two are comparables. And let me tell you, there's not a comparison. Because not only is NXT better than Lucha, NXT is the best hour of wrestling you will watch on any programming anywhere in the world. The best single hour of wrestling you will watch. And they don't even have to pack all their stars into events into that hour to make it interesting. They've made the women interesting. And I'm going to start there, even though I know it wasn't the first match. You know what? We'll go at the beginning. Sami Zayn comes out, gets it going, and he wants Kevin Owen. It's awesome. I want Kevin Owen, and it's great. So that's badass. And he gets him. He's going to get him in a non-title match at the next NXT TakeOver event, which is February 11th. Can't wait. Going to be great. So, you have all that. He was supposed to take on Ty Dillinger. He just attacks him, and that was it. I like a more aggressive Sammy. Sammy's better on the mic when he relaxes, and he was very good on the mic in this one. Regal brings out the best in people, whatever he's doing, wrestling or being a GM. He's just great at what he does. Great choice to be down there, by the way. Curtis Axel and Finn Balor, god damn it, first match of the night. Really, really solid match. Curtis Axel, not as solid as he usually is. I'm thinking that he hasn't worked with Finn very much, and there was some unfamiliarity. Finn's a little bit different in the ring. He moves, he takes angles that not everybody does. Finn is an unbelievably talented guy. He's so good. But if you're not used to grappling with him, then you can have some awkward moments. And there was kind of that in this match. Curtis is continuing to hopefully build to something, because I think that he could still be a guy in this business. I like Curtis Axel a lot. And maybe I'm blinded by my love for his father. That could be possible, as I'm such a Mr. Perfect guy. But I see greatness within Curtis Axel. We'll see what it's going to take to bring it out. Finn Balor gets the win. By the way, this is the first match in the new number 1 contenders tournament. It was a good match. Finn Balor with this just really, really cool double stomp that he does. He does things that are just very interesting. I love this guy. I really do. Finn Balor is the man. Okay. Not a great match, not a 5-star match, but definitely a good match. It was a good kickoff match. Next up, Charlotte and Sasha for the NXT Women's Championship. Match really never got going. Charlotte once again looking amazing. This chick is unbelievably talented. Becky Lynch gets involved, interferes, match gets thrown out. Bayley comes out to make the save. Bayley's looking at the title, longing like it's her puppy, and which is funny because she's a puppy herself. Because if you hate Bayley, you're basically hating an adorable puppy. Basically, I mean, I like Bayley. I think she's awesome. Charlotte takes the title back from her. Said, "Bayley, give me my. What are you doing, you crazy bitch? Give me the title." And then Bayley goes ape shit and bear hug slams her belly to belly shit, and it's fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. It's kind of a bit of a heel turn. I'm not sure if it was a full heel turn. The crowd was really, really into it. As good as Charlotte is, she does seem to have a problem connecting with this smaller NXT audience. And I'm not even sure if it's that. I think that she's so good, and her look is so cocky and arrogant, just like Rick, by the way, just like her daddy, that the audience kind of just naturally wants to boo her. And she's not really a face anyway. I mean, they've tried pairing her with faces. So it's been an interesting thing to see that happen. So all hell breaks loose. Regal comes down. And at the next NXT TakeOver event, February 11th, we will see Charlotte versus Bayley versus Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks in what should be a fantastic match. Fatal 4-way for the title. Really, really excited to see that. Look at that. I'm excited to see a women's match. That's how good NXT can be. Seriously. Vaudevillains versus Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake up next. Blake and Murphy get a win here, upset victory. I'm not. This is just another thing where English and fucking there's other Gotch just are not doing it for me, and it looks like they may be out of their might be getting out of the title picture here. Well, I know because I've looked ahead and watched spoilers, so I know what's going to happen. But I think that's just momentarily. Lucha Dragons are going to be split up here soon. So I'm sure we'll see more of the Vaudevillains. I still have a problem with their gimmick. I don't have a problem with their in-ring work. I do still have a problem with the gimmick not working for me. But it is what it is. I do like the Vaudevillains. I like the wrestlers. I like Aiden English and Simon Gotch a lot. I like them both individually. But the looks are wrong. The looks are just wrong. It really is. But this is Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake real quick. The guys who got the victory. They remind me of like, what was that TNA tag team that was fucking phenomenal? They're stockier. The Motor City Machine Guns. Friggin', oh God, Chris Sabin. and what's his name? These guys remind me a lot of them. They're a little bit more built, and they have like a rocker sting to them too a little bit. I like teams that have matching pants and stuff for some reason. I don't know why. I enjoyed these guys. I think there could be something here. And spoiler, they're going to be the new TNA Tag Team Champions next week. Week. Didn't hear that from me, though. They called them out, and the Lucha Dragons will compete next week. And champions. We have a title change. Next week. Next up, Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze. This is the best match on either program, hands down. Better than anything on Lucha, the best match on TNA. In fact, it's the best match I've seen all week in wrestling. There's not a better match I've seen all week in wrestling than Hideo Itami versus Tyler Breeze. Kenta is the real fucking deal. Plain and simple. This dude is for Rizzle, my dizzle. So good. Tyler Breeze impresses the hell out of me. He looks like a fruitcake and friggin' ball sucker, but he's pretty damn amazing. He had a great match, hit some really innovative, different moves that I haven't seen. He hits this crucifix power bomb looking thing, and it looks really herky-jerky. If he flows that out, mellows it out, and kind of makes it look silky smooth, this could be a hell of a move. I really, really like Tyler Breeze. I don't know if his gimmick will ever work anywhere other than NXT, but I really like him. The finish was a little weird. Itami hits the double stomp in the corner. Breeze gets up and then walks into, it almost looks like just a one-legged drop kick. But it's more of a jumping stomp to the face is what it really is. And Hideo Itami advances in the tournament to crown a new number one contender. Now, if you're keeping score at home and you're looking at the other matches that are supposed to take place, next week it's Adrian Neville versus Tyson Kidd and Baron Corbin versus Bull Dempsey. Now, the way that the brackets are lined up, it's looking pretty obvious that we're going to get Hideo Itami versus Finn Balor. And I just got chills. I just got chills saying that out loud for the number one contender spot, which will probably be decided at the NXT TakeOver event on February 11th. And that is going to be a ridiculous match. Here's my problem with NXT this week, though. There is a problem, and his name is Albert. His Tensai, whatever you want to call him. That's the problem. He blew the ending. He blew what we're going to see. During describing the brackets, he goes, you could see that in the brackets that what's going to happen. And what he says is, and they're not facing each other yet, Balor and Itami. These guys were once friends. They're soon going to be enemies. He just told us what we're going to see. And all match he does now, he goes on these weird tangents, and Corey Graves has to continually kind of reel him in. And whenever they have a tiff, whenever they go after each other, Corey Graves makes him look like a fucking asshole, and it's wonderful. Tensai is the weak link here. Of all the announcers down in NXT, he's the weak link. This is what I think should happen. They're not ready to give my girl Renee Young a spot at the main desk yet, but she's doing hosting for the before and after shows, and she's got all that other stuff, so that's fine. She needs to take Albert's place, and it needs to be Albert, the Rich Brennan, the Michael Cole looking guy, and Corey Graves. With Alex Riley, he needs to go up and take Byron's spot on SmackDown, and because Alex Riley can be a heel as well. He is kind of heely as it is. So you have him go up to SmackDown, take Byron's place. Have Byron be a Mean Gene Okerlund. Have Byron do in-ring segments, interviews, because he's very good at that. Very good at that. So that's you want to fix the announced teams? That's how you do it. But then we have to talk about Booker T. That's a different conversation for another day. I don't know what to do because he was terrible on Monday, and I don't know who to replace him with yet. But NXT, they need to stop jumbling up the commentators, and it needs to be Rich Brennan, who's not terrible, but he's certainly not great. But he's never going to go any higher than what he is right now. Corey Graves, Renee Young. There it is. That's your team. And they're going to be amazing. If they go that way, it's going to be amazing. But there is a problem, and it is Tensai. Just my opinion. So there you have it. NXT wins this battle. There is no question. NXT double stomps Lucha this week. Do you have a differing opinion? Please let me know. Tell me what you think. And remember, if you want to talk to me, if you want to possibly be on the show, don't call me, kids. I will call you. Just hit me with a message and a friend request thing on Skype, David Vancura. Very simple. Find me, contact me. I will get in touch with you, and I will put you on the show at some point. If I want to talk to your ass. If I don't, I don't. And what are you going to do? Huh? You want to fight me? You want to fight me? Fight me. I'll stab you with stupid. How about that? How about that? Kidding. Thanks, guys, for watching. Make sure you share, like, subscribe. As always, please, man, we're almost at 350 subs. We're just about there. Give me that little push over, and we're just on the road to 400. You guys are amazing. Absolute best fans on the internet, I swear to God. Just like the group of people that is coming down here to join me on this channel. It's absolutely amazing. You got the best fans I've seen anywhere. Very little hate. A hell of a lot of substance. We are making our comment section the best comment section on YouTube. You guys are doing that. I'm not doing shit. It's you guys. You're making this comment section the best on YouTube. Thank you. It's unbelievable how many comments on every single video. Back and forth. It's awesome. You guys are amazing. Keep it up. And let's grow this thing even more. Because you guys are the moderators of that channel. It is your friggin' world down there. And people are getting crazy. You guys check them. It's wonderful. You guys are awesome. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Please make sure you watch all the other stuff. Watch this interview on Creators Corner. If you haven't watched Creators Corner, give it a chance. And if you want to be on Creators Corner, now you have my Skype. And I'll Skype you in and we'll do a Creators Corner interview. If you're a creator, if you have a story to tell, let's hear it. I'll put you on. So there you go. No more excuses. All my contact information is right below. You can find me anywhere. On Twitter, That on Dave V, on Google Plus, on Facebook. Go like my Facebook page if you haven't done that. Go like it. Get more likes. There's like only 70-something. Come on. Go like my Facebook page. Comment there. We'll have some fun. Wee, Facebook fun. Yeah. Or contact me right here on YouTube. Whatever. So thank you, guys. You're awesome. We will see you tomorrow for your SmackDown review. Peace.